大家好，我们是 Five 游戏，我们是专属于读中生的学习平台。Five 游戏是创立于2022年3月份，我们是一个专门为读中生打造资源整合的学习平台。到目前为止，我们帮助了超过5000位学生。我们总共有4大核心服务，分别为读中社群平台、统考备考笔记、协办系列公开课与各校资源整理，以及补习与课业辅导。每周我们会在 IG 和 Facebook 分享学科知识、升学资讯以及读中时事话题讨论。那我们也有在我们的官网上售卖初高中的学科笔记，如果有需要的学生，欢迎你们来选购。同时，我们也有在收集各校的考卷，欢迎大家一起来整理哦。那如果想要了解更多资讯，欢迎你们扫码追踪我们的平台。
Hi everyone. So how are you guys feeling? I hope you guys are feeling okay. So hi. I know there are some friends from Jitsin, Ayo. But yeah. Is it okay if I go like half, maybe like half English, half Chinese? Would that be okay? Yeah. 所以我们会一部分我们是使用英文，一部分使用华文啦哈。So 也谢谢这个 SCS Education 的这一个安排然后呢 like what they have mentioned, yeah 我是 used to be 一位英文老师 and then 在读中教书 I'm very lucky to be given the opportunity to also be a UEC marker as well. So 我们是有I am very fortunate 啦，我有去有批阅过，所以有一些批阅经验。So throughout this session, if 你们有任何的问题 please just ask me, type out in the chat or just message me, or if you want to connect, come to OT English. Yeah. Without further ado, let me start by sharing my screen. And then once I've done sharing my screen, we're going to start with our lesson today. Okay. All right. You should be able to see my screen now. So please, this is a new tech tool that I've learned. Yeah. 这个是近期我们去参加一个 一个 education 的这一个conference，我学到的一个 AI tool，它叫做 QReport。So I don't know if you guys have heard of QReport before, but let me try and reload. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit slow. I have 1000 tabs open right now. Okay, so we are going to start with this one. Give me a moment now. Just now it was working fine. And how are you guys? 你们 prepare UEC prepare 到如何了？ Are you feeling confident? 有信心吗？还是觉得说我不知道在做什么 there are cases like that lah. But it's okay. Please join 这一个 QReport by scanning the QR code or go with the pin 514559. Oh, thank you. Oh, amazing. You see, we have very nice senior, our Mr. Zifeng helping you with the link. Awesome. So this is the first time ever I've using this because I've just learned this really amazing tool. I hope that it will help you as well lah. Okay. And I hope 今天的 lesson will be quite interactive. So 我鼓励你们please take out a book, a notebook, a piece of paper, and then you will be writing down some stuff. Okay, 请你们做一些笔记 so that it will help you remember. But along the way, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me. Okay. 没有信心，不知道怎么准备。破 vocab。OK, interesting. To be very honest, 如果你的 problem 是 vocab，跟 China, that's the problem of most of the people. 大多数的人的 problem 都是在 vocab. Yeah, and it's okay if 你觉得说不知道该怎么办。Hopefully, you will have enough skills and technique to help you to understand or answer the questions. And 如果你觉得没有信心的话 it's also normal, yeah, because it has been quite some time. I think 你们最后一次比较大型的考试就是在初三嘛，对吗？所以来到了高三 and then 这一个 people say 哇是一个很大型很夸张 and then这一个考试会定生死 in a way, yeah, but also understand that as teachers 我们也会尽量的给公平的分数 yeah. vocab 和 error identification 和 word form 都不好。You are not alone. You are not alone. Yeah， 很多人都是面对这一些问题的。Yeah. Okay, so I think there will be more people joining in, looking at 我们的这一个 chat. 我们有 like 200 over friends, but I think I cannot wait for everyone. So I'll be starting with this thing first. Okay, let me start. Let me start. So, welcome to our fight for UEC as UEC preparation. Okay, so today 我们会 go through two parts. One part is to do with essay writing because I think essay writing 是一个很多学生都 struggle 的地方，很多人会害怕。在统考的时候，你要 imagine 你进去考场 ，OK， 桌子在你的前面，你就是一张白纸，等着你去填满 ，you know。所以这一个白纸的那种感觉其实是很可怕的。And then some students 他们就觉得说，我只 focus 在 paper 2，我不要 focus 在 paper 1，because 我觉得 paper 1我不会 or what，you know。Don't give up yet. Yeah, don't give up yet. So let's talk about what we can learn from today. Okay, so yeah, this is some of the things that we will go through. Don't worry about it. Now, tell me, 当我们在 talk about essay, okay, or writing, what's the first word that comes to mind? Okay, so I'm gonna start the activity here. Maybe I'm just gonna give like a 1.5 minute. Okay, what's the first word that comes to mind when you hear 这个字 writing? So in the career pod 的那一个 website， 你会有两个屏幕啊。第一个屏幕呢就是给你回答问题，下面的屏幕就是给你看这个 PPT。So 现在你们可以先去回答问题先 ，Yeah. So I see that some of you guys have already given an answer. Yeah. So I'll be waiting for everyone's answer before I go on. First word that comes to mind, 当你听到 writing， 不管是 summary writing, essay writing, what's the first thing that comes to mind? Yeah, you can answer inside the Q report. Okay. I think I like the name Q report， 好像 curry 这样子 ，you know. And then it feels very warm. Oh, curry. So a few more seconds. Please try your best to just think of words. I think in the website, you'll be able to write 3 words instead. Yeah. So, more friends have already answered the question. Really good. Okay, this is the annotate. This is the free screen. This is the, okay. Because I'm also learning along the way, you know. And I think 1 minute and 30 seconds may be a little bit too long. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we will finish at around 9:50. Yeah. Okay, another 10 more seconds. Please come in, join in, and then we will be able to see what everyone has written in 我们的这一个 word cloud. Yeah. 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. What can we see? Okay. Scary. Thesis statement. Wow, I am very happy if we can see 这一个 thesis statement 这个字很好。Headache, scary words. Wow, first and foremost. Yes, first and foremost 很重要。Okay, persuasive, afraid, GG 伤心。Yes, so I love a lot of the words that comes out from you guys. Yeah, of course, summary and essay is the biggest one, and yeah. 其实 writing is that easy for UEC purpose. Let's have a look. 我们先 review 一下 UEC 的格式. I think just understanding 这个格式 very important. Yeah. Let's talk about summary. If you need, take out your book. Okay. Because I'm also a student myself. I am now studying in USM as a doctorate the student. I do a lot of notes on my own as well. Yeah. So I hope that you do notes because according to science, okay, 根据研究指出，你用纸写在你用笔写在纸上面，它会帮助你的记忆力。Okay, so to help with your memory, let's have a look at summary know-hows. Content 10分，所以 minimum 10个 point. Yeah, so some students will say, 老师啊，我感觉好像超过10个 point 这样的哦。Some students is the other way around. 老师啊，我找不到10个 point 哦，怎么办啊？ Well, if 你找不到10个 point, you have to look for at least 10. If 你超过10个 point, it's very common. For the years that I was marking, right? 超过10个 point 是很正常的。很多年，如果你们去刷past year paper 的话 你们会发现到很多 past year paper，他们的那一个 point，那个 summary 的 point 可能是12、13或者是14。And also be very careful，近期啦，近几年我们发现到 summary 的有一些 point 呢，不是一个字1分，它可能是要一个字0.5分，另外一个字0.5分。So 在 summary 里面 content 可能会有0.5、0.5这样的那个分数出现，Yeah，and of course language 5分，Yeah，5分他们要找的是 very good paraphrasing，就是你换字。minimum grammar error and use of transitions. So transitions 就是好像那些除此之外啦、另外啦这样子的字 like besides, moreover, furthermore 这样子的字 OK? So how to do summary? Step 1, understand the requirement. Understand the requirement 就是读懂题目 So 一般上近期几年的那一些 summary 他们考的嘞都是比较 factual 说明文 OK， 他可能会问你 What are the importance? What are the benefits, advantages, disadvantages? Please understand the requirement, then only you write OK， 你一定要读得懂题目 But 如果你们有刷题目，你有刷到2016年的那一个 summary， 它是这样多年以来最特别的一年 because 它的 summary 不是说明文，它的 summary I don't think 是2016 I cannot remember what year 2016或2017 later I will show you 它的 summary 是故事，它的故事是这一个囚犯如何逃狱的那一个故事。Then 怎样来 summarize 一个故事？你就要拿它的转折点 ，OK？ 看它的题目要求是什么 ，OK？Then number 2, write in one continuous paragraph。请你只是写一段，如果写2段的话怎么办 ？Usually teacher 只会改第一段 ，Yeah？So 比如说你的第一段是我要讲我等下比如说 summary 要求是好处和坏处，我第一段我写 There are many benefits and disadvantages of blah 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 句号，然后你开心的一段来写你的 summary 的话，我们就只有改上面那很可怜的一行字。So please be very careful， 它是 one continuous paragraph，word limit 是150个字 ，OK？ 不要写超过150个字，写超过的话怎么办？Usually we will put 2 slashes， OK， 我们会各 ，and then 我们讲这边超过，我们就不算分。Then how about 我们来一个小互动？请问在座的同学们，你们觉得说统考老师有没有时间去算字数呢？你们可以在我们的这个 Zoom chat 里面 type 一下呀。你觉得统考的老师有时间算 summary 的字数吗？看看大家的答案。No, no, no，有 OK，No, no, 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 maybe 大概看 OK， 一定有。All right, let me tell you， 噔噔噔，答案揭晓，老师是有时间算的。为什么呢？一般上统考呢，他们会分成不同的那一个组别 ，and then 有一些如果那一组是改 summary 的话，他就一直在改 summary 罢了。所以我们老师的眼睛，我们一 scan 我们就大概知道了，给150个字的长度是大概到哪里。不可能150个字是一面满的。如果你写一面满 ，then 老师就会一个字一个字算的，Yeah。So please don't joke around， 真的是有老师会算的，Yeah， 他不会说每一分都算，因为有一些我们知道没有到那个字数，but 如果你 sus 的话，OK， 我们看得到，哎，这个不可能是150个字，他真的会算到150，画2条线，后面的他们就不给分这样子，Yeah。So please be mindful of the word limit, don't cheat。有一些老师他们很不喜欢学生说谎啦。如果你是155个字，然后你写149个字，他有权利扣你分呀，你就无端端少1分去啊。So now let's go to number 4. Write down the number of words. So 你一定要写你有多少的那个 summary 的 words in bracket，yeah。And sometimes 我们会有看到学生他们用尺画线 画10×10的那一个格子，so that 它方便人家算，或者是方便自己算。Please don't do that. You're wasting a lot of time drawing, using a ruler, and it's not necessary. Yeah, but maybe 你的 teacher 会教你这样子做。It's okay, I guess. But 其实我们阅读的话，一个字一个字，你用尺画10×10的格子，对于我们来讲，阅读 is not that easy. So I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, 我不怎么鼓励。Okay, extra 5个字嘛。My suggestion is no, because some teachers they really do count, and 你 extra 5个字 then 真的是那么不幸，真的是老师有在算的话呢then 你就 OK， 应该这么说 ，if 你的内容在最后5个字 then it doesn't make sense for you to add 那 extra 5个字，你的内容应该在150个字里面。Yeah, so 我还是不鼓励你写超过150个字 because 你读那个题目它就是讲 no more than 150 words. So try not to go over. That is the best practice. Yeah, I hope I answer your question. Okay. 用 AI 来算啊。by the way， 我们teachers 在period 的时候we do not have our phones with us。OK， 我们跟学生一样，我们 lock 着 phone 的。OK。Finally, number 5, check and revise. Check your, you can annotate. Please don't annotate. It's going to be very messy like that. Okay, how do I turn off annotation? Can you guys? Okay, disable annotate for others. Thank you. So sorry, I'm going to clear all the annotation, clear all drawings. Perfect. Okay, good. Thank you. Now, check and revise 你的 grammar error, missing key points and spelling. One more thing before I continue. 在我们批阅的时候呢，我们很重视什么是 lifting。Lifting means 你一字不漏，全部东西抄下去，肯定是没有 grammar mistake， 对不对？ Language 可以高分吗？ No, because it's lifted. Yeah, so minimize the lifting， 拿重点，不要把那些 examples 啦，那些全部都抄下去。Okay, so let's go on with the next part. Which of the following will cause you to lose marks in the UEC summary? 第一个，我忘记写 number of words 会不会被扣分？第二个，我 leave 我的 sentences from passage 会不会被扣分？第三个，我 write 2个 paragraph instead of 1会不会扣分？ And last but not least，我没有用 transitional 或者是 linking words 会不会扣分？ So please vote， 哪一个东西会造成你扣分呢？ Go。in the meantime, if 你们已经 vote 了 if you still have questions, please ask me. 如果155要诚实写155，就不要写155。题目要求是 no more than 150，就不要超过150。Yeah, my general rule of thumb, the things that I usually tell my students, 140 over words, good enough. Yeah, 140多个字，不要超过150。Yeah. And to be very honest, sometimes with different teachers, 他们有不同的那一个要求。So my suggestion is just follow the instruction. Yeah, 有一些老师他们觉得，哎呀，多一个字 never mind。有一些老师觉得多一个字 no. Every year sometimes there are a few changes， 一些小小的 changes. Just try to follow the instruction. Yeah. 一定要写一行口音行吗？ No 啊。You don't have to write one line and then go with a space. But it's really up to you. Yeah, I think in the school, maybe 你的 teacher 会跟你讲，你写一行口音行 is because it's easier for them to grade. It's easier for them to mark. In UEC, it's not really necessary. Yeah. So, forgetting the right number of words, betul, 这一个会被扣分。你没有写 number of words， 你就会被扣分。如果你用 lifted 的 sentences 不会被扣分 but 你的 language 的分数就比较低。Okay, maybe 1分 like that. Writing 2 paragraph 不会被扣分哈，我们只会改第一段。Not using transitional or linking words 不会被扣分 but 你的 language 也会有点低。Okay? So to be very honest, language marks 是不容易 score 的啦。Okay? 老师如果超过5个字以内一定会扣分吗？超过字是没有扣分，我们是没有改。如果你的重点在最后那5个字，那你就少了一个重点的分数。OK， 老师如果尽量少写，还是超过150，怎么减？ You have to paraphrase. ，yeah，就是换字。So for example，他跟你讲哦，他会 cause stress, depression，他会 cause 这些东西，你就讲 it will cause mental issues 这样子的字。Learn how to paraphrase. Yeah. I hope that all my teacher colleagues who are listening can also help you guys. Yeah. Okay, so any other questions? 可以带计算机？哎呦，大白要带计算机啦！哎呦，你这个问题真的是可爱。Don't need to bring like I don't think you are allowed to bring a calculator even. I'm not sure. Yeah, so don't need to be that like worried about the marks, the number of words. You just count like that. Yeah, we also count like that, so you can count like that. Okay, I hope I answer your question. So. That is for summary and if 你自己算一下，你要 score 一个不错的分数的话 ，OK， summary 一般上你要拿几分？你这个不同人有不同的答案。Some students 他们 aim 要拿 A1，some students 他们 aim 我拿一个 B6 就够了。So different students 有不同的那个 range。So 你自己算一下，如果你要 aim 这一个分数。Say for example, A1 probably around 75 and above. Yeah. And then if you aim for B6, maybe around like 40, 45 and above. Okay. It depends on every year 啦，我们有那个 bell curve，有没有那个常态分配 ？So my general rule of thumb, summary try to hit 8分、9分、10分、11分、12分，8、9、10、11、12这个 range。Yeah， 如果你的 summary 你是 aim 我只要拿5分 ，no not enough。Try to hit 8分不难拿 Yeah so but to be honest 你要拿15 over 15也特别难 I haven't seen 15 over 15 so far so try to hit 8 9 10 11 12 if you can 13 bagus yeah so okay I have a few more questions I'll try to answer how to get A1 first summary 不要失去分数哦 Okay, that's the first one. We will go through how. 老师只写到129哦 Good question. Alright, 如果我写到129个字，按抓sorry, this is Penang. 如果我写到129个字，如何呢？尽量的写到140多个字。129 means you are losing some marks. 你少了一些 point 你没有写。Okay, so try your best to hit as much as you can. Okay. 老师尽量写少是10以上 maybe 12 try to hit 12 yeah I hope I answer your question Chloe A2 around what marks it depends every year because different year 他们有不同的那个 bell curve and usually we don't know one yeah we don't know where they will cut and we don't know what's your actual marks so I would say if you want to aim for A1 A2 A1 maybe around 80 above is the best lah 80 above and 145 to 155 okay maybe I will change it a bit by saying that 145到150 yeah grade B 难拿吗如果 grammar vocabulary 不难 grade like B 就是 B3 B4 B5 B6就是代表你有 basic 或者是 average level of English yeah 你只要能证明到给你的老师看我有 average level of English no problem okay so now a lot of you are also asking about A1 A2 let me go on to 我们的这一个 essay part so that you would know how to score okay essay is the highest heaviest component in your UEC okay and this is also where 很多全国的那些精英老师们will come together and then they would discuss 这个 essay 的分数应该到哪里 okay so let's go with a little bit of essay know-hows and then we will chat a little bit further right so basic stuff content 内容15分 organization 8分 language 12分 okay first thing that I hope all students would get very simple understand the requirement 有一些时候可能你的老师把它称为 task requirement 或者是 task fulfillment 简单来说读得懂题目 I would say 在统考最可惜的就是你呕心沥血的在写但是你离题 很痛的 you know sometimes 我们 as teachers when we are marking not just 统考啦 when we are just marking normal essay 我们知道学生在尝试，但是离题就是离题，离题你能拿到的分数就是离题的分，离题分是几分？35分里面你会拿 not more than 10 yeah 如果你是 partially out 局部离题35分里面折半 which is 17 yeah so try your best to just understand the topic okay understand the topic 它要求的是好处坏处我就写好处坏处甚至有一年 I think that was what 2020 2023那一年的题目我觉得有点可爱 because 它没有考 cause and effect 它考 differences 不是 cause and effect 它没有考 compare and contrast 因为 compare and contrast 你的老师一定跟你讲要写共同点和不同点对不对他只考不同点但是学生就很害怕哎呦老师每次讲 compare contrast 一定要写共同点和不同点那我还是花一段来写共同点虽然题目没有要求那整段就没有分啊那你就浪费时间 you know so understand the requirement clearly okay number 2 5 paragraph minimum okay 这个是 UEC 的要求but if you can write 6 better okay 好我怎么知道什么作文是好的作文呢 Go and check your textbook I'm also quite fortunate like if you check the S3 textbook you'll probably see my name there maybe you check the S2 textbook also got but there are a few good model essays in the textbook so you check the textbook 它已经给你知道这个 UEC 的要求是什么了 yeah and the way we grade the way marks are given 6 paragraph 会比较吃香 okay number 3 word count 350个字 minimum okay so I'm just gonna share an experience that I had okay this time round when I was grading one of the essays I saw that 这个学生呢 obviously 没有写350个字 okay but 他有尽量的在写他写大概 close to 一页没有到一面啊他 close to 一页 then 我就在批阅改 OK 啦这边有一个内容勉强可以给1分哦这边有一个内容我算我的分数11分 then 11分我们会有 second marking 的所以第二位老师会看一下他就告诉我 Wendy 我觉得this student does not deserve 11 marks and then I was like why 你可以看得到吗 this student trying right no but this student did not hit the task requirement the task require 350 words this student obviously did not write 350 words 11 marks is a little bit too high oh so I learned something there I hope that with 这个小小的 sharing you will also learn something as well okay word count matters okay and I know there are a lot of questions popping up slowly okay Kanchana I will come to you let's have a look at number 4 organize with thesis statement topic sentence and concluding sentence so I believe all of your teachers will have told you what is thesis statement yeah so 这一个是 I would say UEC 作文的精华 okay it may not apply to other like examinations such as IELTS or MUET or maybe even SPM okay but thesis statement is a must in UEC and teachers are very focused on that yeah if you don't know what's a thesis statement it's okay you still got time like 现在是9月 okay you still got time to go and understand some of the thesis statement. We will go through that a little bit later on. Yeah. And last but not least, please save some time to check and revise. Because 很多时候呢，我们可以知道学生写作文的心情。我们在阅读的时候，前面他的字是很整齐的，一粒一粒英文字母，哇，很美。然后后面你就看他的英文字母越来越斜，然后过后就开始鬼画符了。所以我们知道，哎，你可能没有时间写了，本来书是这样，然后过后是写，哦，you know but it's very interesting to see and try your best lah, okay to minimize your grammar errors okay now I have a few questions let me go through the questions one by one 怎样提高 vocabulary? Good question. 准备。So I'm not saying that 我一定要 read the dictionary，我要背整本的那个字典吞下去呕出来，全部 No, but you can prepare because 如果你们去仔细去研究考纲I think I don't know if I can find it SUEC 那我放senior UEC English syllabus and then there's a PDF see first one 你去读，那你们会考的就是 you see 那这几种。他会考 self development，他会考 social issue，他会考 environment、health and hygiene、science and technology、lifestyle。So usually essay 题目就是围绕在这边，OK？And of course 看老师有什么灵感他们看到比如说有一些国家有战争，但它是考你和平的重要性，something like that。Yeah，so vocabulary can be increased by doing a lot of reading and then you preparing for it。比如说我可能如果有考 environment 的话，我要写 environment 题目，那 prepare a few environment 的那些 vocab。But to be honest, environment 已经好多年没有出了。I think wait last year ada ke tidak? I cannot remember. It has been quite some time. A little bit fuzzy. OK， 有些时候第一句和第二句说同样的 point 有时 summary 第一句和第二句说这同样一个 point， 通常是写第一句 conclusion 那句吗？Let me try to understand I think you're at summary so just a real quick one. Summary 一般上的 organization 是main point and then 解释 and then sometimes 例子。If 你找不到足够的 main point， then 你就 take 那个解释。如果足够的 main point， 你就拿第一句的那个 main point。But it's not a rule set in stone because sometimes 我们会拿解释 as 那个 main point 的 ，because 它 main point 如果没有讲到重要的东西，我们还是要 go to 那一个 explanation 的那一个 part，OK，就是那个 supporting point。So there's no golden rule， 一定是第一句，一定是第二句 ，no golden rule。It really depends on the topic what it wants，OK。So 通常 summary 如何容易找？这样多 summary 的 question I missed summary 如何容易找到重点？You have to look for 那个题目。There are some teachers who say that 第一段的第一句或每一段的第一句 ，some teachers say that，but it's not really a rule set in stone Yeah，so good, be better at reading 写多过6段呢that's a very interesting question。如果你写多过6段的话，generally we wouldn't encourage because 你要真的是很深入的谈论一个课题的话啦，你不可能用一句两句带过。如果 OK，let me 延伸这个 question. It's a very good question. If sorry, I clicked something wrongly. Okay, my video. Okay, so if 我的段落第一段我写可能4到5个句子，then 第二段我写2句。第三段7到8句，第四段2句。Is it a good practice or a bad practice？ 一些小，一些短，一些长。Generally, this is not a good practice. So I would say focus on the 6 main paragraphs and then dig deep. Deep. 不要那一种social media 的好处是它可以帮助你 communicate 啦，你可以看到你的朋友啦。But you didn't tell us like what are the tools that can help you. Social media 有 video call, social media 有 messenger chat or whatever. Go a little bit deeper. That would be better. Okay. I hope I answer your question, Timothy. How to simplify my essay, shorten and be the same time still able to heighten my language marks? Ooh, that's a good question. We call this sometimes we call this oxymoronic because you want to simplify. That means you want to use very simple vocab, but then you want to get very high language marks, which requires heavy vocab. To be very honest, if you have the language ability, this is the time for you to show. Okay， 这一个作文的用意呢，就是我们要看学生怎样来用这个语言来表达自己。So， 如果你有一些可以炫耀的一些字，你一定要在这个时候炫耀。OK，It's not that 我背了很多谚语，我一定要一篇 essay 里面用5个谚语 ，not to that extent。But 如果你有一些语文的一些能力，please show it to your teacher so that we can give you higher marks. Yeah. So you do have to maybe you are saying more like shorten your essay, right? 不要 beat around the bush. Some students, okay, one thing that I see 一个 common mistake, some not really mistake, like 一个 common practice for some， 它的开头就已经是讲到我们活在现在的世界哦，科技发达的多么好料。然后你知道吗？我们呢，有 AI 的来袭啊，什么的。但你要讲的题目是，phone 的好处和坏处。It's like so far away. You don't need like very super heavy 的那一些 introduction， 也不需要写 like 7、8句的那种 intro。No. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit faster. 要怎样 parallel thesis statement? That's a question that I do not quite understand. What is a parallel thesis statement? Are you talking about this statement in the introduction and also the concluding restatement 在 conclusion? I'm not sure, Chloe. 如果读不懂题目要怎么做？如果读不懂那一个题目 skip something else. Do something that you are familiar with. Yeah. 英文会听会讲，但写方面不好怎么办？不会 spelling essay 很难拿高分。Oof. True. So I have a student like that as well. 他们会this student 会听会讲 but I cannot write for the life of him. You still have to try. Yeah. The spelling will actually affect a lot. Last year I have this boy, my debater 来的 I'm very happy with him. He can speak, he can hantam, very high critical thinking. Wow, cannot spell. Essay 是 EASSY. So we always tease him about it 啦。哎呦你啊，英文啊，你再没有搞好你的那一个 spelling 啊，你就会你拿不到 A1。Then 他很拍胸膛那边讲，我不怕，未来的世界有 AI 有 auto correct，我怕什么呀？他拿 A2， so please 害怕一点点 ，OK？ Reading more English books, yeah, I would say read more the essays 啊。For 你们现在已经9月了啊 ，read more the essays. Can you send the test content? 哎呦，你自己去找。你看 what did I write on what did I write? Senior UEC English syllabus, OK， 自己去找哈。如果很多 point 写字数太多会扣分吗？不会but I am not sure if this year they will be changing because 曾经有 teacher 讲，有一些学生太啰嗦我们的字数是350哈，有老师有改过1000多个字的 essay。Imagine how long we need to stay there。1000多个字是大概2-3篇作文啊，那个学生绑了大概3-4页给我们哦。So yeah, don't write too long. OK， 精华我们要看的是精华。Ambiguous problem， yes Eugene 开头3个 point 通常是要parallel 那个yeah correct。你的第一个 summary 不是你的 thesis statement 的第一个 point 就是要你的第一个内容哦，第二个就是第二个咯 like that 咯。Okay, there's one practice that I don't really recommend. Some students will do this. Some students will leave the thesis statement blank and then they will go on with writing the essay. And then when they're done, then they go back and fill in the thesis statement. I don't recommend because I've seen students forgetting to fill in the thesis statement. But it's really up to you, if you really want to focus on parallel. Okay. 写华文会扣分吗？会扣分啊，会啊。Some students 他们写什么我看过什么 dry father dry mother。 毕业的老师是印度老师，他问我 Wendy what is this dry father dry mother。 And then 我看题目他应该是在讲干爸爸干妈妈哈。So please do not use Chinese OK no OK so a few more questions before I continue。 如果你觉得题目是好处坏处然后我理解或写错，开头写好大过坏，里面坏大过好，没有算分是吗？Please make sure you standardize 啦 ，OK？ 如果你是好多过坏，那你就好多过坏 ，and be very careful. Oh, somebody's talking. Can you mute yourself? Thank you. OK， 写拼音，不要写拼音啊，OK？请问 summary 和 essay 需要写一行空一行吗？No。本人有完美主义，然后想要把整个作文搞大上，但是写很长，每一段想弄平均，每次都老师都讲废话很多。OK，不要讲废话，because yes, I know 你要 impress 你的老师。Very good, very good, Ryan. So what you need to do is maybe really focus on answering just the question. You don't need to tell us a grandmother story of how it happened. You just tell us what is the direct impact because 你要高大上的前提是你一定要让我们读的时候感觉很舒服，然后我们句句到位。You know，句句到位就是 like say for example, okay, I'm from Penang. I love eating Hokkien mee. 第一口我咬下去那个 Hokkien mee, nice. 第二口如果我咬下去它已经是 like repeating, you know, then I will feel like 那个 flavor 不在了。Yeah, make it so that every single bite of the Hokkien mee is flavorful. All right, language 需要多少分是标准的 ？Try to hit 6啊，language 是12嘛，OK? So average will be around 6. 字数要求 more than 350，最好是大概5到6段啊，around 400, 500. Yeah, 400. Language 要几分才达到标准？你的 language 只有4分。All right, try to hit 6 and 6是怎样的？Generally 一行字一个错误。Generally 它还是整个满江红的。And guys, 满江红 is normal, okay? 满江红 is normal, but just try your best to minimize it. Oh, I don't think I can finish. Summary 的开头怎么写？直接进，不要写有几个 point 几个 point don't need, OK？ 直接进啊。老师 essay 的话一定要写 word count 吗 ？No， 不要浪费时间去算 essay 的 word count。如果离题还可以及格嘛？如果你的英文很好，我有看过离题但是又及格的呀。Like what I mentioned，你拿到 B3 到 B6。OK 的，Yeah，and because majority of 那些 university 要求是你 B 嘛，对吗？要 credit 嘛，对吗？But 如果你要 you know，if you want to take A a little bit hard 啦。essay 不太会写，但是会写 summary 可以拿 C8 嘛？如果你的 summary 没有失手的话咯，Yeah。To be honest，所以 try your best to write essay。essay 真的不难拿分，老师们尽量都在做 Santa Claus，you know，they want to help you one，they want to help you，but you have to give us a reason to help you，okay？So try your best to write。Grade B 难拿吗？Grammar vocab 不好。如果想要写 point，但是写不出 vocab，不好怎么办？UC 会写 letter 这种格式吗？I haven't seen letter before lah, but no, I don't think they will come up with it because 考纲里面没有写 letter for writing. Yeah, but just in case, I don't know. I don't think so, but I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be 100% saying that no, you know, like sometimes you know things might change. 作文写不到 point，想得到 point vocab 不好 you have to prepare. You do have to prepare, learn some vocab. Yeah, there are some vocab that can help you. 如何预防写 essay 多 grammar error？ Yeah，被 grammar 扣过很多分。Yeah。So you can only try your best 咯。How to 预防啊？Check. I would say check. Yeah. Check your essay afterwards because sometimes 你会看得到的很明显的 grammar error. There is 这样子的 grammar error， 学生也会犯的哦。So essay 12到13，try to hit 一半。35除2，然后17、18 like that. Yeah. So try to hit half of it. Okay, let me go back to the main chat. I think I got most of it. 每段一个开头，然后内容一个小题。Yes, correct. Z. OK. 开头 point， 内容能的话你写2个 sub point. OK, with 例子 then 一个小总结。Correct. Check 你的那一个 UEC 的 check 董总的 textbook。check 你的 S3 textbook， 你就知道 what type of 那一个 paragraph we're looking for. Is it easy to get 6 in organization? It's not that hard. As long as you follow everything, yeah. You know, I was so shocked when I saw somebody getting 8 out of 8 for organization. The essay was really superb lah, okay? The essay was like, I think at the end, a 30 mark essay. Yeah, but still doable. 要去哪里找 model 的 essay? Okay, model essay is something that I want to talk about later on. I will show you, because I have actually prepared some model essays. My deal marks for content, organization, and language. Content, try to hit as much as you can. I think content you can hit like what, 10, 11, and organization try to hit 5, 6, even 7. Language, if you can, it really depends. But if you can hit around 7, 8, it's really good. Some students can go up to 10, 11. Yeah. 如果有考 IELTS 去读他们的素材够吗 ？It's pretty good. I would say IELTS IELTS books are good. I also recommend like Singaporean books, pretty good as well. I've read one like SPM book as well, pretty good too. But be mindful of the format because a lot of these books they do not have thesis statement. That's the only thing I'm worried about. Yeah. 35分里面要拿多少才能拿 A 啊？25 and above. I would say generally okay? 那里找 model essay. I will give you some ideas. 内容不够怎么加 You have to think of it. Yeah, try to think of general 的一些 knowledge you know? Okay, I think thesis 一定要写在开头吗？That's a good question. So generally, I would say we expect thesis statement 在开头的最后一句，你的 intro 的最后一句。So if it is expected, 如果我们没有看到你的那一个 thesis statement 的话，很可惜咯。你看，因为我们都在找着那一句嘛。如果你的那一句可能写在第二段的第一句，我们会觉得怪怪的 like that. Yeah. So try your best to make it easier for the teachers to see it. Yeah. And can I get extra points for adding it? Yeah, you do get extra points for using very sophisticated word. But okay, 不要用non-English words. Yeah, because some students they use French words. 他们用法语在里面 then if we do not understand and then understand we do not have the phone to check because 我们的 phone 都是 you will not get marks lah. Even if you use like very nice French words. Yeah. Factual essay 通常是要 present tense 吗 Generally so. Yes, correct. 开头和小节基本上一样的是吗 Try to make it a little bit different. 开头和小节的用意是要给老师知道 Hello 老师我没有离题 That's why we encourage you to have a very systematic approach 开头 and 小节 Yeah, so that we read and then we know 你没有飞到外太空 like that. Okay, so can I get okay, yeah, 1, 2 marks extra. Yeah. 有人在 essay 拿过30分吗？有。好紧张 Let me continue. Right, so these are some of the essay types. If you're interested, you can screenshot or whatever. And yeah, generally, these are the 5 types that will be tested. But sometimes 他们不会 test all of it. 可能他会 test 2题 cause and effect 或2题 expository. Yeah. So compare and contrast 不是 advantages and disadvantages. From what I heard from the grapevine, okay, because I haven't like I am not in school right now because I am focusing on my studies. Okay, I'm studying. And from what I heard, compare and contrast, they are quite strict. Compare and contrast 的用意就是你要对比。So 如果你的同一段我要比 apple and orange OK 我的这一段我只有讲 apple 的好处，我没有讲 orange 的东西，你就没有对比到了。You get what I'm trying to say? So from what I heard, some students lose marks because 他没有对比。Okay, you have to say 这个和这个的好处是什么？它的共同点是什么？或这个的好处是什么？这个的坏处又是什么？ You have to write both things in the same paragraph. Okay, but please read the question carefully 啦哈。如果他只是要 differences，好像 I think 2023年的 I think COVID。what are the differences before COVID and during COVID time? I think 那个题目是这样子的。Then 你就写 differences 够了咯，他都没有要求 similarities 嘛，对吗？ Okay, cause and effects. Sorry, let me rephrase. Causes and effects must be two. Okay, 不要只是写一个原因，然后2个后果，或2个原因1个后果。It wouldn't work. That would be partially out. Yeah. And persuasive essay, if you are supposed to agree, okay, include stance. Now, to be safe. Some students, they like to write like that because IELTS can accept. I agree to a certain extent. I disagree to a certain extent. I agree, but sometimes I disagree. You want to be safe? 你就一面倒4加0。对 agree 就全部 agree 到完 ，disagree 就全部 disagree 到完。Unless you have very strong command of the language, you want to play with words, can. It's not like not acceptable, but a lot of people didn't do it artistically enough for us to warrant a very good marks. Okay, so okay, let me oh my god, the chats are back. Which type of essay would you recommend? Whichever one you have the most vocab. 要拿 B3 essay 至少几分 ？Try B3 16, 17, 18。请问结尾大概要写几句 ？Try to hit 3 to 4. I would say 4 to 5 also can. Yeah. Calls to action. 你去找什么是 calls to action，结尾要写。Okay. If I get okay 666, what standard do I get? Okay, JJ to answer you if you get 666 you do not have enough content. Okay, content 写多一点 content 的分数不难拿的哈。Okay, you're welcome. Depends on your style. Yeah, true. Yeah. Thank you. I think our Hinhua 的这个 friend can be a teacher already. Welcome to be English teachers. Okay, we welcome new blood. Okay, so where was I? Okay, persuasive, to be safe. Okay, to be safe. Opinion essay. Tell the readers what you think. You can use I if they ask you what is your opinion. Okay, so if they ask you, do you agree or disagree? What is your opinion? Please tell people what is your opinion. 我曾经看过学生，他就问说，social, like say for this is not UEC question but it is in a school. 题目 is something very basic, like what is the advantages and disadvantages of social media? Then what do you think? Is it better or is it not better? 学生就花很长时间写 social media 的好处和坏处 without telling us what they think. Yeah, if they ask you what you think, please tell us what you think. 这个就是第一个刚才我讲的东西 ，understand your task requirement， 你到底需要回答什么？题目问的是什么 ，right? And last but not least, we have an expository essay. We got a pro, con, important, solution, and we also had the discussion questions. If they ask you like that, without asking you for your opinion, don't add your opinion lah. Okay? If they just say like, social media has a lot of benefits and disadvantages, discuss 句号。你就不要讲 I think social media is good. No, not needed. Okay, let's have a look at the chat. 22分可以拿 B4 吗？ 22 is not B4 already. 22 is B3 or A2 already. Okay. That's you. Okay. Please be very careful. I didn't go and spy on your latest essay. So I hope that you are doing okay. Okay. All right. So let's go on. Which type of essay is it? 来，我们看看一下 past year paper, and then 我们来做一点分析 because understanding 不同的 essay type. Let me start the activity first. Understanding 不同的 the essay type can tell you what type of format they're looking for. Yeah. So let's 先读一读。那 there were many changes during the recent MCO due to COVID-19 pandemic. What were the main changes and how was life different before compared to the 那2022年 sorry I was wrong 我以为是2023 2022年 What type of essay is this? Okay, 它是要做 compare contrast 对比 persuasive 是要说服 cause and effect 原因后果 opinion 你的那个想法还是 expository 说明文 which is which? I would say knowing the essay type can help you at least understand the format lah. Because with the format, it will help you to also get a better understanding of 老师在找着什么样的东西 Okay? So, we started off with like 100 old friends and now our friends don't know go where liao. But I hope you're still using a book, your notebook, and then you're jotting down some important notes, okay? All right, cool. 3, 2, 1, let's have a look. Mana dia? Yes, Minasan, this is a compare and contrast. Okay, there were many changes. 他教你这题最特别的就是它是只有教你写 how was life different. What were the main changes? Changes 是改变哦。How was life different 哦？都是改变吧，它没有讲 similarity. So 这个是 compare contrast without 那个 similarity. Okay, cool. Let's go on to the next question. 这个是2023年的。In 2020, 1 in 3 calls received by the befrienders 是一个 counseling service center was suicidal as compared to 1 out of 10. 这个是 Malaysia Kini 的一个标题。So, suggest ways for individuals to improve their mental health. Apa dia? Is it a compare and contrast? 要做对比 persuasive 要说服人 cause and effect 原因后果 opinion 想法 or expository. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start the activity. I feel dumb. Okay, I'm just gonna give you 30 seconds, okay? So I hope that you are also like looking at different UEC questions, like 去刷一刷 UEC 的题目 at least 你要从2014年刷到现在都 OK， 不要刷2013 because 2013是旧的格式。Technically 你们在刷题的时候，你们也不需要刷2013到2023年的 critical reading， 因为你们没有考了 ，Yeah。OK， so apa dia？ 这一个是some say opinion. This is ways. Ways 是方法，方法 is more of like expository. 那 opinion 它会问 What do you think？ OK，opinion 是会问 Do you think？ 所以那个时候你就要用 I think。那个是 opinion essay， 这个他只是教你 suggest ways， 他教你给方法 ，so 方法 expository，OK，it's okay if you don't know the words， 你不会这些字不用紧的哈，考试没有考的哈，只是你要知道它的种类 ，so that 你可以回答到。opinion 是那一种，他问 what do you think， 然后你一定要讲 I think，OK，good，let's go on， 来，let me start first， 不然 I forget。Which type of essay? Okay, 2024啊，去年的啊。Some teenagers tend to stay out late at night. Therefore, some people suggest setting a curfew for them to ensure their safety. Do you agree? 那如果这样的题目你读不懂这一个 keyword curfew， 不要写 curfew 就是戒严，或者是some countries 啊，他们有 try 啦 not country per se, some areas 几点孩子不可以出来的。Yeah, some areas they actually have this in trial and yeah. So do you agree? Okay. So this one is a little bit tricky, yeah. But 这一个在讲这的是，我们应该要给中学生一个戒严的时间。戒严 means like 10点前全部人一定要回到家，他们不可以在外面，不可以去妈妈店，不可以去跟朋友去 lepak， 全部都不可以。Somebody is not muted. Please mute yourself. Thank you. All right. Okay. Some say opinion, some say persuasive. I would say both is correct. Yeah, because opinion, because do you agree? But it's more persuasive. Oh, wait. Persuade means they want to tell you. This is more persuasive in the sense because 他在问你，你觉得说我们应不应该有戒严这一回事 ？Yeah. So it's not there's no right or wrong 啦 as long as you understand 这一个他其实是要 argue 说你觉得学生应不应该有 yeah should or should not okay all right let's go on to the next one let me start first last year the question some individuals exhibit negative behavior such as cheating rudeness or poor hygiene is it possible for them to change these behaviors through their life experiences what is your opinion 哈你看刚才那题也是2024，这题也是2024啊。刚才那题是 persuasive， 这一题 you know what it is， yeah。To be honest， 这题蛮难写的 ，because 你看它的题目要求是什么 ？Is it possible for 这一些人 to change 他们的 negative behavior through 他们的 life experiences？First thing， 你一定要 define 什么是 life experiences。Probably you have to write this down in the introduction。Then 再问你 what is your opinion? Yeah. Okay. All right. I have a few chats here. Let me have a look. Point definitely true, but very practical. Yeah. Okay. So, in 3, 2, 1, let's have a look. Ooh, opinion. Very obvious, right? Yes. This is an opinion essay. You have to say I think. Okay, I believe. Cool. So I think so far so good, huh? Be honest. Tell me in your query report what usually goes wrong when you write essays for the exam. 你有想过吗？你有想过你的 problem is it to do with 你的 vocab? Is it to do with your points? Is it to do with 你的那个 grammar? Is it to do with 你的那个 organization? 给老师找不到你的 point. So what's the problem here? So I think this one is quite interactive, where you can type and then you can share with me. If you are very shy, you don't want to put in the chat, it's okay. You can share over here as well. Then you tell me, then we can do some troubleshooting. Yeah, what's the problem that you face? So sorry, my dog is looking at me. Hi, can you go away? All right, so let's have a look at some of our friends. Can I? Okay, written answer. Okay, let's see. Okay, cannot freeze. I have to wait until everyone finish, then only I can see. Hiya. Okay, I'm so sorry. My little puppy is coming to me. Shoo. Go to the side. Okay. All right. You can just share whatever comes to mind. There's no right or wrong. So basically, I just want you to think. I want you to reflect, because 很多学生他们去考试的时候呢，他们就是进考场考试，他们变成一个 machine， but 他们没有想到说，Oh, what's actually my problem, huh? Like that. Yeah. OK，如果 vocab 没有很强，然后有可能5个 essay 的题目都看不懂吗？Usually 他们会有一题是放水的啦，usually 会有一题啦。At least in my school is like that 啦，but if you check UEC，usually 会有1-2题你是可以写的啦。Usually, yeah, I wouldn't say 100%, yeah. Okay, but try your best to just know as much as you can. 老师 expository 的作文通常会给怎样的 keyword? Oh, okay. What are the pro and con? What are the importance? Now, one thing, I think, what year was it? I cannot remember what year. Sorry, all the years are blurred together already. 有一年呢，他问 What is the boon and bane? 那很多学生就不敢写 because 他不懂什么是 boon and bane。其实 boon and bane 是一个很优美的方式来讲 pro and con。Yeah, so 你一定要会认这些字，什么是 importance， 什么是 significance， 什么是它的 pro con， 它的 merit demerit boon bane 这样子的字，认这些字。Yeah, correct, thank you. Hey, you can be a teacher already, eh? I think Hinhua will be very happy. Who Madam Prem, right? Madam Prem would be very happy to have a student like you. Okay, let's start voting. Okay, what are the top takeaways? What do we have? Oh, this one is a vote one. Ayo, I want to end activity because we don't have a lot of time. Just, yeah. Grammar vocab, grammar mistake, grammar vocab, content too superficial. Oh, okay. 没有很多 point 写。Okay, one strategy that I think can help you lah, you see in the marks distribution, okay, 我们的内容15分，organization 排版8分，我们的语法 language 12分，最多分的就是内容。So in other words，我们 as 一个 English essay，我们看的 not entirely just about 你的英文，我们要看你如何表达你自己。In other words，我们要看你的内容更加多。So you have to think of some ways to generate more ideas. I've actually done like a few idea generation seminars, but I don't know if I can find it. There are a lot of ways to think of ideas. Yeah. Oh yeah. Don't have any idea. Oh, cool. Yellow guys, hey, you have a lot of idea problems, huh? Cannot think of points, huh? Okay. So, one thing I always teach my kids lah, I hope it helps lah, is the who analysis. Who analysis 就是你问谁做什么。Yeah, I actually that one is taught by my 我的中学的华文老师教我的，那个从个人的角度看到国家的角度。So if you cannot think of points，个人他如何影响你啊？如何影响你的身边的朋友、你的家人、你的学校、你的社区 ，and then 你的那一个国家。Another one that I think would be helpful is the steeply or steeple analysis. So this one I think can help you to think of points, because when we are looking for points, we want to look for 比较成熟的 points. So 你可以从 as for 社会 social 社会角度来看 ，T for technology 科技 ，E for economy 经济 ，E for environment 从环境的角度来看 ，P for politics 从政治的角度来看。OK，this politics does not mean like you have to talk about 我们的 politician 啊，no it's not that like 有什么政策 you know legal 是法律 OK，and ethical 从什么那个moral 从什么道德角度来看 OK，so these are the things that we would also equip our students with, like especially for our debaters or students who are writing their essay. You can use words like that to help you think of ideas. Okay, say for example, 近期我们在刷题的时候面上 my students we saw this topic on body shaming. Body shaming 的影响有什么？So we can talk about body shaming from 一个社会的角度，you know，社会如果我们 talk about body shaming，you know，我们在 enforcing 什么是 vanity，enforcing 什么是body like dysmorphia。如果我们看到全部都是 filtered 的 AI perfect Instagram lady，you know，and then if same thing about body shaming, we also want to talk about how it affects maybe ethical, you know, some students or some teenagers, you know, they would be like go for 那种绝食 like anorexia, or they would have food what's the word? I cannot remember. I only remember anorexia. They don't eat, yeah, food eating disorder, yeah, eating disorder. So you can talk about from different point of view lah. This can help. Okay, so I hope you already screenshot or whatever, or you just go in Google. Yeah. I think a lot of you guys have point and vocab and grammar. Tense. Tense are generally we write in present tense because we're discussing a topic. Okay. Wrong point, wrong. 它全部 cap lock. So don't know how to explain. I understand. Yeah. Try to just try. Yeah. Sometimes we will give marks for students who are trying. 不是 blindly give marks 啊，我们不会随便OK 你有 try 我就给你。No, not in that sense. But we will try to give you as long as you show us that you try and then you show us that you can express yourself. Yeah. OK. 老师，我的作文可以写30多，也可以写20多，很普通。怎样 control? There are good days and bad days. Over here in Penang, we very hang 牛奶佛. So we go and pray. Yeah, you pray. It really depends. Okay. As for okay. 考试想不到 point 怎么办? You still have to write. Regardless, you still have to write 6 paragraphs. You still have to finish. Yeah. If most of the people write the simplest question, then that's a good question. So JJ is asking me, 如果全部人都写同样的问题的话，那我的分数会不会被拉低？I do agree to a certain extent when we are marking the same topic a lot of times, there is 一个some teachers might assume 我已经知道这个学生会写什么 you know this is the not so good thing, but the other good thing about it is that one essay goes through at least 2 teachers. So 如果这个 teacher 觉得有点 you know 倦怠，还 OK 啦，他一般上来就是这样，我觉得他分数agak这样。But the second teacher will also check again. If the marks are too big of a difference, then they would send it for third checking. Yeah, third or even fourth checking. So I think go with what you think you are comfortable in. Yeah, what you're confident in. So don't worry about what other people is writing. And some I can understand some students 他们会用这种 strategy 说全部人都写这题，我就选那个没有什么人写的题目 and then 可能我会得到比较高的分数 Not entirely so. Yeah, not entirely so. Go with something that you are comfortable with. 你最能表达的 Okay? Cool. All right. I think I've answered every question. And I think the next one is a little bit of troubleshooting lah, huh? If you have problem with idea, okay, 你 always use question words WEH, expand, what, who analysis. 这个是所谓的what analysis. Who 是从个人看到国家的那一个三角形 pyramid. And for the intro, always go with thesis statement, grammar. If 真的是 memang tak boleh 用简单的句子 不要为了写而写，不要写太多很 bombastic 的字吧，但你怎样看它都不 fit in 的，OK？ So use shorter sentences and plan well, okay? OK, example 啊，当你们在写 examples 的时候啊，请你不要写那种 for example, Ali is a student in the school. Ali has a lot of mental issues because Ali is being 不要这样子写一个 third party 的那一个 example, okay? I don't know why, like one particular there's one particular pile of essay that I remember 全部都是阿里阿里的，不要这样子写。And then also 你的 example 不可以只是你懂的 example，你懂就是说，比如说some students when they are writing 他们讲哦，you know 我的学校的宿舍会这样这样这样这样这样，but 你的学校宿舍不代表其他学校宿舍也会这样，you know？So give generally accepted examples, okay? And if you want, you can give some general knowledge like what's happening in the news, but be very careful of how you phrase it or how you write it. Yeah, and try your best to write 6 paragraphs. If you have 那些 points that are irrelevant, 很可惜的，这种 irrelevant point 就是学生很用心的在写 ，however 他们的 point 可能就是没有达到老师要的那一种味道，you know，就是没有达到那个分数。So stick to what is us. Yeah, stick to what's us. Yeah, vocab. 我看到刚才还有几个学生有 talk about vocab problem. Go to issue-based vocab list. Like for example, 刚才 I show 的如果你要 talk about technology，如果你们觉得说可能还会考 like AI related 的东西，then maybe you have to have AI related 的一些 vocab. Say for example，什么是 algorithm，什么是 large language model，什么是artificial intelligence in different sense, generative AI 这样的东西。So you might have to have 一个词汇 ，go and prepare 那一个词汇 ，OK？So 科技的可能科技的一些词汇，校园的一些词汇，比如说 I don't know。Recently we talk about Zara, right? Justice for Zara. Actually, 如果我们有时间 I want to go through this one with you. I don't think we have the time though. It's okay. But, you know, justice for Zara is a huge thing. If you want to talk about school bullying, school bullying 怎样 okay? Try not to repeat ideas. And yeah, conclusion is like that. Okay? Don't worry, you'll be getting the slides later. Yeah, either I will share it or I think our friends from Fight for UEC will share with you too. Okay, cool. So what is a thesis statement? Thesis statement 是一个 preview. 你要跟人家讲你的 point 1, point 2, point 3, or point 4. Okay? So is this what is it? Okay, I think I may want to skip a few slides because I am a little bit short of time. Let me skip this one. I want to go through this one. Hold on. Let me grab a sip of water. Okay, I think this statement I assume 你们懂啦哈 I assume 你们懂 So if you need help with this statement, maybe ask me later on, or ask me or you can ask your friends, ask your teachers. Go to your school and ask your teachers, they know one. 老师，我有些时候开头想很久啊 OK, please time yourself 啊 YC 不要开头我知道你这种想法，就是那种考试的时候学生拿着一支笔，然后呢他 hang，然后他想，大概这样子 hang 着大概一个15分钟，但他才开始写，写了过后他就很紧张 ，you know. So yeah, I understand you. Try to be very. Some schools are what they do is that they ask their students to memorize. Memorize 一些开头。I did ask my students to memorize some very short phrases 啦，so maybe that can help you too. OK，要准备 essay 的 point 可以去 Team 找，假设 Team 是 social issue。Okay, yeah, something like that. Yeah, you can something like that. I recently asked one of my students. She was telling me the same problem. I asked her to use ChatGPT to help her to come up with a list of some of the possible ideas that they can use. She told me, 哇，老师很有效哦，我叫 ChatGPT 帮我想 point 了过后我进考试哦，我不需要花很多时间，我就可以呕出那些内容啊。So yeah, maybe you can ask AI to help you in that sense. Okay. 2 more questions to go 啊 Hold on 啊，如果作文用很简单，字很少 ，grammar mistake 可以拿比较高分吗？Good question. So if 你完全没有 grammar mistake，但是你用的字很简单的话，你的 language 它不会 hit 到 the higher end. Yeah, to be very honest, you will not hit the higher end because at the end of the day, 你要 show us how well you can use the language. Yeah, so if 你用很简单的字， you will still get pretty high marks, maybe around 7, 8, but maybe you will not, there was a cap that you will not hit like 10, 11 like that. Yeah, so I hope I answer your question. If you can, try to show people you can. Okay, 开头不懂怎么写怎么办？ Read 啦 read more essays. Okay, cool. Now I want to go into umbrella terms. I think let's do one more question. Oh, okay. The model essay, I'll come to that later. What is an umbrella term? Umbrella term is a broad word that covers several smaller related ideas. Okay. Oh yeah. Before I go into umbrella terms, to answer the question just now, 如果你们要找 model essay, I prepared one model essay here. However, this one, 我觉得 also have to be very fair to those who have contributed because 这个不是 Wendy Day 一个人准备的。Okay, so this one it will be available for a certain amount of a price. Okay, this will be sold because it is not the intellectual property of Wendy Day alone. Yeah, there are a few teachers and students who came together to come up with this. So I also have to thank them. And as for general model essay, 找你的课本，你去翻课本，课本里面有 Yeah, I think 每三个unit 它就有一个 model essay. So you go and check that out if you really cannot find anything. Yeah. Okay, cool. Umbrella terms. This is what I realized can help students to boost their marks, especially in the content. So, for example, in the thesis statement, okay, you would show us, okay, 我要 talk about, say, for example, convenience. Okay, then in the body paragraph, 我的 convenience 可以被 unfolded. Okay, 我的 convenience 我的方便在哪方面呢？它方便 because 它省时间 saving time. 它方便 because 它省钱 save money. 所以我的 convenience 一个字一个大标题可以被分成两个小标题，一个是省时间，一个是省钱，那个就是 umbrella terms. Say for example, 我今天我要讲的 umbrella term 是 technological advances, OK, 科技的发展。Then 我就可以丢小个的 points like social media, like e-learning and AI tools. OK, so in your thesis statement, 我们不希望看到的是我们的教育可以使用很多科技的那些工具，比如说 social media, e-learning and AI tools，不要写在 thesis statement， 因为 thesis statement 是比较短的 ，right？ 第一段的最后一行字，一行罢了。Some teachers are even to the extent 他们讲说 thesis statement should be only one sentence. Okay, some teachers can accept 2 sentences, but if 有老师有这样子的 concern, maybe we should also address that by thinking this way. Thesis statement 是一个 trailer, OK? 你要看这出戏 OK? 比如说近期 I don't know 你要看 Demon Slayer, then 你看它的 trailer, then 它的 trailer 不可能很长嘛，对吗？它就给你最重要的东西，吊你的胃口。So that's thesis statement. Then in the body paragraph, 你一定要开你的 thesis statement. 如果我的 thesis statement 讲，电话的好处是它可以省时间。Then 你 imagine 你的整段5到6句，你只可以讲省时间 ，which is quite challenging to express. Yeah, 你不要讲说for example, back then, we use 4 days, now we use 2 days. 这种 example is not very solid, I would say. So give us more content. Yeah, like for example, if you want to talk about convenience, open it into save time, save money. You want to talk about technological tools, open into social media, e-learning, AI tools, something like that. Okay. Okay, I have one question. Okay, no, not a question. You're welcome. Okay, cool. Example of umbrella terms, I've given you some. Like say, for example, schools should invest in students' health to improve learning. Okay, health. 我用的是 health 一个字。But then 我在 body paragraph 我怎样写嘞？我开起来 ，health 可以分成 physical health 和 mental health。 所以 physical health 可能是我用 sports 啊 healthy meals 啊，那 mental health 可能是 counseling 啊 stress management 这样子。所以我的 health 可以分成 physical and mental。 Then example 2, modern technology reshapes daily life。 我的 preview 的 word 我的 trailer 是 technology。 那什么 technology 呢？ social media use, online learning tools and artificial intelligence at home. So you know what are umbrella terms? I know some students are really good at this, and then it's very interesting to see how 你可以归类 you know, put everything into a very nice package. Okay, 你包好好，你送去你的 Shopee Lazada 的时候，它是很小的一个东西， but then 你开起来的时候，哇哇哇 like that。 我们要的 as 一个读者 what we hope to see, it is actually very fun for us to read the essays. OK 啦，我不要讲那些有一些学生写的 essay 真是很可爱很好笑啦，甚至我们也有看过 Teacher I am so sorry, please help me 这样子的东西，有的有求情的，but still what we want to see is how you express yourself, how you can understand the topic, and then how you think critically to really digest and analyze it. Yeah, so using umbrella terms is a good way to help. Okay, quick tip: pick umbrella terms that are specific enough to guide the readers but broad enough to hold at least 2 strong points. So for example, if I want to talk about environment, okay, 环境, maybe I can talk about like air quality, water conservation and climate action. Yeah, so 就是 use 大个的 umbrella 来遮里面小个的 point. Okay? Okay. Yeah. This is an activity that I think, how many? I think I want to skip for now because this is for you to group the activities. This is an AI whiteboard. Maybe not this one. So this is like an example of umbrella terms. So 比如说你要谈论 say for example, electric vehicle. Electric vehicle 有考过吗？ I think it was one of the topics that we spot lah, but it hasn't come out yet. Sometimes it's very funny. Every year, me and a few teachers, we would come together and then we will spot some topics. I'm very sure 你的学校老师也是会这样. And then a lot of times the topic that I spot, right, will come out in different languages one. So 我 spot the topic 会在华文考，会在马来文作文考 then 英文没有出现。It's very funny. Maybe I should go and ask the Chinese teacher to spot the English English question. But anyways, yeah, say for example, you want to talk about EV. Yeah, I think I spot that question last time round. And then you can talk about cost. Then cost in what sense? Okay, EV, electric vehicle 可以帮助你 time, money, or you know, university fees is just cost in general. Yeah, or other fees, maintenance fees. Mental health 有什么 environment 有什么 blah 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 blah. Okay, so these are just some examples of umbrella terms. You want more? Go ChatGPT, go AI, go Gemini, go Grok, or go whatever DeepSeek. Then go and ask. Okay, 老师教我 umbrella terms. Then 你可以给我 umbrella terms 的一些例子吗？我要用在我的作文里面，因为他说 umbrella terms 在 thesis statement 很好用。Then you ask them to come up with some very interesting stuff. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Now, this is interesting. I'm gonna give you some time. Say for example 3 minutes. Like, these are some of the common errors I've seen, not only in our school, okay? So try to correct. Okay, I actually copy this down, you know, I copy and then it's like, okay, 这个是学生的一些常犯的那一些错误。I think one story that I share a lot with my students is when we have this topic about stray dogs. I remember that year 我们一边批阅，然后它的环境是充满欢笑声的，因为我们批阅的很快乐 because 它的题目是野狗的解决方案，我们如何解决野狗的问题，很充满欢乐的一个环境 because 学生不懂如何表达 castration 或者是如何表达我要阉那只狗。Then 学生就用很口语的方式来写。stray dog 的问题如何解决？我们要 cut the butt of the dog， 或者是 cut the penis of the dog, make the dog no have baby。所以我们一边毕业，我们就觉得啊，good times。I really do miss a lot of the marking sessions. Sometimes it's very fun. But yeah, there are there are students who are like that one lah. Yeah, there are students who are like that. But it's okay. At least they're trying. 诶，这些他们这样写，as long as we can understand，我们笑，我们还会给勉强的可怜分的，depending on 他的那个作文啦哈。如果他的作文已经是够分数，我们就不给啊。如果他的作文我们觉得啊勉强还可以给，但 we will give some 同情分 if understandable. Yeah. So, what are the common errors? How would you correct them? Like more easy, more better, 怎样 correct? No need 或者是 parents no let their children do this. 比如说 I'll 或者是 let's 应该要怎样 ？Work hardly in school. Use in a wisely way. Human works. Communication technique. Bussiness. Knowledge is taught. They have. Every country have. Lazy to running. There are some backside. Oh, I remember this one. 我们 when we saw this one, this teacher was like, huh? Backside Why they talk about the bum And then 我看那个 topic，然后我在那边笑。他要表达的是他有坏处，但是他不知道 backside 是屁股。So it's very fun and interesting sometimes to see some common errors. Okay, I see some students do have some answers. So let's have a look with your written answer. We will be, okay, I will start and also end the vote lah, because some of the, okay, how about this? You go and vote. You go forth and you go and vote. You see what are some relevant answers. Okay, I'm gonna end the vote maybe in another few seconds. Yeah. Because now I cannot see your answers yet. I have to wait until you finish voting. I'll be patient. I'll wait a little bit. Which one you think is the right answer? Okay. I don't think you are able to finish all of it. It's fine, Kanchana. Just try your best. Okay. Okay. I give you another maybe like 10, 9. All right, I'm gonna end the voting here in 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. Can you correct them? Yes, thank you. We are more easy and more better. Okay, it's easier and better. Yeah, disallow. Okay, don't go with the ed. Okay, work hard, cool, in a wise way. Yes, techniques, business. Be careful with the spelling. Cool. Oh, whoever you are amazing. Okay. Yeah, this okay, no need 要换成 parents do not let. Perfect. So 很多时候我们在写作文的时候，我们用口语。This one no need, that one no let. Use parents do not let. Parents or they do not need. Okay, and 不要写缩写。I will and let us. 不要写缩写。Okay, because some teachers they are very particular about 这个 academic English. Academic English is frowned upon for some. Okay. And for some teachers 他们很 follow traditional method, and we just respect that, okay, because it is indeed an academic writing. Use in a wise way, not a wisely way. Work hard. Human works. Okay, actually I cannot remember what question is it, so maybe 这个我 set 的不是很好。The technique no lah. Knowledge is taught. Okay, and maybe this student did not get the chance to finish the whole thing, but still pretty cool. You're doing pretty well. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to say also. Human works okay. I also don't know. Autocorrect real. Autocorrect is the boss. I don't know what you call it. It's the vibe. It's the sigma. Skibidi. I don't know. Knowledge was rich. Okay, pass it. Yes. Okay. Generally, we use there is or there are. Okay. There are instances when we use there have. Very very rare. But generally, we use there is or there are. Every country has. Okay, every we use has. Okay, so thank you so much for giving very good answers. I think I see with my little eyes future 的一些 teachers over here. You guys have very good grammar, and then you guys are also able to express yourself. You guys are able to correct the answers. Cool. Teacher, can we use contraction in essay? No, don't use contraction. Yeah. The only contraction that's allowed, it's not really a contraction as well, is the possessive apostrophe s. Okay, 如果是属性的 okay, the sister apostrophe s, sister 的 you know. But other than that, don't use contraction. Good question. Okay. What are some questions you have for me before we move on? Yeah, do you have any questions? Oh, I forgot to start the activity. Do you have any questions for me? This one you can draw as well. So I think the drawing is a very fun drawing board where you can just express yourself. You want to draw anything. I know there are some Mayban students over here. Just take some time, draw whatever, express what you want. Yeah. There are so many things that I could share. However, looking at the time limit, you guys are amazing for being able to stay that late. Yeah. Maybe we would not go until like 9:50 to ask for the Q&A. You can start the Q&A here if you want. Yeah. And unfortunately, I may not have enough time to go through this part with you, but I've actually put in a lot of I love talking about what's happening around us, and justice for Zara is one of these things. Maybe I can I know I can do it in instead of teacher pace. Okay, instead of following the teacher, you can just do on your own. Okay, yeah, I think that'd be a greater option. So unfortunately, I know you are just starting your artistic creation, you're having fun with the drawing, but I do have to stop a little bit earlier because I want to go into that one real quick. So maybe in another 5, 4, 3. Yeah, I have some questions. What questions? 今天分享 paper 1. Yeah, actually I want to go into paper 2. That's why I want to go into the justice for Zara. Paper 2 很差，怕拿不到 A. Paper 2 is more of like you know what? I think if you really need to, first, thank you so much for this. I think I've done a few sharing with Dong Zong as well. You can go and check out the Dong Zong YouTube where you can see my face again, this cute little round face. 结尾可以写自己 opinion 吗 ？OK，如果他的题目有要求你写 opinion 的话，yes，请你写你的 opinion。如果他没有要求的话，所以结尾与其是写 opinion，你用 call to action，like for example，政府可以做什么，家长可以做什么，学校可以做什么，like that，yeah。grammar 不行，要怎么去学 objective？每次拿不到分。Looking at now it is 9月哦 I would say 你现在能做的东西是刷题 Okay, do as much as you can. Go and look for questions for you to try. Okay, thank you for the comment. How can I buy the okay, that one later on. I haven't come up with the mechanism yet. Okay, so this is a ask me anything if you have any questions. Nothing to ask. Aw, so sweet. So adding news and facts, is it a benefit? Yes, if you can add news and facts, but of course news that are relevant now. Okay, thank you. Oh, is it possible to get A1 if I work hard? I still have 1 year. Oh, you're in S2. Yes, it is possible as long as you try your best. Like, I would say A1 is not like unachievable to the extent like, wow, 好像要登天 like that. No, it's not that hard, but you do have to put in some work. Yeah. Oh, so sweet. See, I told you we have some Maypan students here one. Every time draw the botoy one. Oh, so sweet. Okay. The tong 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 sahur guy. Not enough time. I know, not enough time. True. Yeah. Sometimes cannot find error when doing error identification. Yep, I do agree. So cute. Oh, see. Oh my god, you guys are so amazing, so creative. Okay. Yeah, I think UEC before is not too hard. Yeah, I will. I haven't planned this yet, but I will be posting on OT English. So keep check that out. Thank you. So nice. Hi, are you doing well? Yeah. Yes. Hey guys, this is a very beautiful message. Whoever you are amazing, okay? English is just a way to connect to the world. Don't stress yourself, okay? Okay, cool. What form? All right. 通常 A2 的分数在哪里？A2 I would say around 65, 75 like that lah. Within that range lah. Okay, maybe a bit more depending on how good the year is. If it's good, then everyone 75 and above. Maybe 90 and above, then only you get A1. That's also possible. Yeah. Okay, so because we already done our Q&A, right? Let me bring you to this one. This is Justice for Zara, but I'm not gonna do a teacher pace because 没时间了，好可惜啊。So, redemption question, yeah, sure, why not? Okay, cool. So this is the last part. 本来我是希望可以一题一题跟你们 go through, but because of 时间的限制, it's okay. I'm just gonna share the link here so that you can check it out. Okay? Oh wait, I have still one more question by Yixuan. What is it? How to score paper 2? Well, the things that you can score is, oh, can you see? Oh, sorry. The things that you can score is you can try, because paper 2两个部分吧。第一个是 reading, okay? 第二个是 language use. The ones that you can prepare a little bit more is probably the language use. Okay, so 所谓的 error identification 还有 word form 啦 you try your best 啦 and for 现在新的格式paragraph matching try to hit 10 out of 10 for the first 10 questions. Okay, paragraph matching is not that hard, so you can find the keywords on. Usually is pretty possible. Yeah, so just to let our SES or our Fight for UEC friends know, 我们没有 Q&A 了啦哈，我就让他们 end with 这一个东西 but they will still be here. Okay, so I'll take up the last 10 minutes to just let them go through this part. Okay, so you can still join the quiz whenever you're ready. I've already posted the link in the chat. And oh, you guys are so cute. Okay, a lot of a lot of nice people around saying hi. So I'm gonna start the quiz right now. Oh, there's a Wendy. Oh, hi. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start the quiz, even though our friends are not here yet. Yeah, I'm gonna start the quiz in another 10, 9. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, have fun. Let's go. This is Justice for Zara. Okay, so if you guys are alive and you check social media or if you know what's happening, you would know what's happening to this little girl. Okay, so let me just go through real quick. 这一个是用 word form 的方式来考大家啦哈。In July 2025, 2 months ago, Malaysia was by the tragic death of Zara Karini Mahathir. 她是一个13岁的女孩 who fell from the 3rd floor of a school dormitory in Papar, Sabah. So, this little girl, 她从她的宿舍跌下来。所以这边要表达的是被动词。So, 如果你第一题错的话 work on your passive verb. 什么是 V3? Go and check what is V3. Okay, V3 verbs. So 这个是 V3. When we want to talk about 被动词的话，我们会有一个 be verb plus these verbs. Okay, yeah, 那些 lead, let, sing, sang, song, you know. So 这个是 was V3 被动词。She passed away the next day. 逗号 and then 一个字。这一个逗号 and then 一个字 usually it is ing as 一个 adjectival phrase describing the main noun. So this one it should be 一个 gerund. Okay, but 这一个它要表达是不像 many other sad cases. Zara's story quickly spread across the nation. 就是讲很多我们各国家有很多 bullying 的案件吧，不像其他的这一些悲剧哦。Zara 的 story 引起很多人的注意。I believe you will see some of your friends sharing this story as well. So the hashtag Justice for Zara went viral, and hundreds of people even gathered in public to demand answers. 所以甚至它这个 hashtag 呢，已经是在 Malaysia fan viral， 给疯传了 ，and 很多人100多个人，甚至 gather 就是聚集，他要表达的是实体上具体来 demand for answers。OK，by the way，这一个文章是摘自于一个 online 的报纸啦哈。So, why did this case gain so much attention? 为什么这一个案件得到那么多的关注呢？ At first, her death was considered an accident. 她的这一个死亡只是一个 意外 then 他的 mother 人 together with 一个 doctor 人 blank and investigating officer 都是人，所以你可以 guess 这个 pathology 是somebody's is not muted. Yeah, somebody's mic is not muted. Okay, I think yeah. Thank you. So yeah, pathology 是人 and actually from this photo you can guess this is pathology. Yeah, their job is to look for 那一些 is to understand like diseases and viruses. So 他要表达是人 pathology 怎样变成人 Okay. Later, when she noticed 不寻常的 bruises 华文叫黑青，英文叫做 blue black. Okay, it's very interesting. Like 英文是蓝黑，但华文叫黑青。Okay, 所以他的妈妈发现到 Zara 的身体上有这一些黑青，不寻常的黑青，但他才想起，我的女儿曾经有这个 voice recording about bullying。所以他就开始要求要一个 full investigation， 他要求我要警察做一个调查，可以仔细的调查。So fueled by her suspicion， 他这还是很质疑哈。She pursued the case。那这一个有一点 challenging because 他要表达是不罢休的。Okay， 它是一个副词，它是一个 adverb，that means the ly must be there，but 你还要加字，不罢休的 relent 单字就是 like give up。Okay， 它是没有 give up 的，所以你的 relent 要加一个没有 then 才 ly。Okay， so what she did, the mother filed police reports, demand for investigation, and the case gained national attention because of the mother. Yeah， 这个是第一个，为什么这个 case 得到那么多关注 ？But number two， 为什么这个 case 得到那么多关注呢？ Zara Karina's death has become a symbol of much larger issues。它变成更大的一个问题，它的反馈是什么呢？ Institutional 的失败 and injustice。 Institutional 就是机构型的 ，in this case 它是它的学校 ，yeah。So what began as a personal tragedy for one family has resonated deeply with the public due to several trouble factors surrounding the girl's tragic death。一开始只是一个个人的问题，但是 resonate 就是回音哦，它对于大众有很大的回音，因为它有一些充满质疑的问题 ，Yeah，because of 它的这个悲惨的死亡哦，so 那个是学校或者是机构的问题。第三 ，third， the initial lack of a postmortem 就是代表剖尸解剖 after the teen's death created suspect of a VVIP cover up。 Actually 这个 original 的文章很长 and then 它有讲很多不同的政治家的名字啊什么 but I didn't put any of it in。 Yeah， 我就是讲他们可能有这样子的一个 cover up。 Okay， 所以这一个是名词。 How do you write suspect as 一个名词？ Think about it。 Some people felt the police were too quick to close the case, which increased 这题也是 a little bit challenging. I would say 不信任感啊，有两个字，一个是 mistrust， 一个是 distrust。 Just to let you know， mistrust 就是短期的不信任。In this case， 它是刚刚才提升的话 ，mistrust would be a better word than distrust。 Distrust 是一直以来都不信任。Okay，but in Malaysia, there's already a trust deficit， 已经有一个信任的那一个短缺 with the police. The failure of the police to carry out a transparent probe feeds into the 故事。Now, this one is a little bit challenging because 它的 suffix 它的尾巴不是一个名词尾巴。That's the reason why I put this question here, because 它的尾巴是一个形容词的尾巴 but then it is used as a noun. Okay? 它的 narrative 这个故事 is that there's hidden hands were involved in closing the case quickly. Okay? Finally, 它也很多 fake news. They added fuel to the fire because 他们看到什么 members of the public 他们 believe without 这一些验证验证的名词。Social media posts spread while 没有根据的 claim 说这一个 Zara 被丢进 washing machine。Yeah， accordingly lah, I don't know how true is it, but from the news that I've seen, the police have said that this thing is a lie that is made by Zara 的英文老师。Zara 的英文老师是讲，哦，我之前看过 Zara 被丢进洗衣机里面呢，but there wasn't proof, and the police said that this teacher is spreading lies on her TikTok. 因为那个老师用 TikTok 来讲的嘛，这个事情 ，so we don't know how true 啦，OK？ So 一个字一个逗号，这个字肯定是一个副词 ，OK？ 可以争论的说 ，speculations on social media that a VVIP's grandchildren was involved made it go viral。很多时候就是因为这些 VVIP 让这整个事情疯传。Even though these stories were later 被证实了，又是一个被false, many people believe them. 很多人还是选择相信。And as the story spread, it also became 被政治化。This one is quite challenging. 你要给它动词的尾巴，但你又要 ed, okay? Because 它是一个动词本身形容词。Some politicians use the tragedy to 这个是动词批评 rivals or gain support 就变得政治化了This upset many Malaysians who felt that Zara the memory 正在被 exploit, okay, 正在被滥用 for political gains instead of focusing on real justice. But at its heart, Justice for Zara 的这一个行动，它 shows how a personal tragedy can become a symbol of a larger issue, 包括 bullying, the need for transparent investigation, and dangers of misinformation. It also highlights how quickly social media transform 个人的失去损失 into a national conversation. And for Zara's family, nothing can replace her life. Okay? But the hope is that the attention her case has received will lead to 更加好的 protection for students and more trust in institutions. Okay? I hope that you also be mindful of what is happening around you. Stop bullying if you see one, report and get help if you need. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically the gist of it. Unfortunately, I do not have enough time to go through this one by one. I would love to talk about this in a more in-depth manner, but this is a word form. So before I end, I know my time is up. I am now preparing this one. I edited from a Singaporean book. I edited some error identification and word form question. I have step 1 done already. Yeah, there are like 10 questions here, which means that 总共100题 error, 100题 word form. This one I have prepared. I will be posting on social media soon. This one is the things that I love to do. So with my students, we talk about the 红姐事件, we talk about the Coldplay 事件, the aura farming boy, the nothing beats a jet to holiday thing, and of course the justice for Zara. 这一个我们刚才做了这一个word form 对吗？ But I actually have an extended version of it, 包括它的 comprehension and also 它的 vocabulary. So with the answer key as well, I'm still working on it, okay? And also the collection of model essays. Here I've come up with some essay survival kit. Not really Wendy myself, okay? Me and my beloved ChatGPT. And also we have essay by grades done with other teachers as well. And essay by types also contributed by students as well. So you can check all of this out not so soon, later. Give me some time, maybe like over the weekends. I'm also preparing for my proposal defense for my doctoral thesis, so a little bit busy lah. So if you have any other questions, please contact me via OT English. I think you have already seen my handle. But before I end, I also want to thank both SES Education and also our Fight for UC group for such an amazing opportunity. Thank you so much. And if you have further questions, please do not hesitate to contact me over there. Thank you. Have a nice evening. You guys are awesome for being here for 2 hours straight, asking a lot of great questions. Thank you so much.